If there's anything I can help with, like packing or whatever, just let me know.
Thank you, Slave. I don't think that'll be necessary.
What's up, Clayton?
Slave, will you meet me tomorrow morning outside the boarding house in Paradox at dawn?
Of course I will.
I gotta drive the wagon in, so could you bring my horse?
Sure, but...
Don't ask me any questions, but it is important.
Bye, sweet.
Bye, Kath.
Clay, there must be something we can do. Do we have to go?
We must go.
Why?
Kath, I wouldn't tell this to anybody else, because nobody believed me. But Mr. Jonas Prine, the man who wants us to move out of our cabin, you should know what he's talking about. He's the man who tried to kill me.
No.
I could be wrong. The man I saw was wearing a red bandana. Jonas Prine had a red bandana in his blanket roll.
Well, why didn't you tell Steve?
Well, what am I going to tell him? The rustler is Jonas Prine, the cattleman's agent, who everybody seems to like. He wasn't even due here till today.
But tell the Major. He'd believe you.
No, Jonas Prine is a friend of the Major.
If nobody will believe us, then nobody will catch him. It might be months before we can get home.
Don't worry, Kath. This is our home. Somehow we'll work it out so that won't change. Come on.
No arguments now. That's very kind of you.
Mrs. Peabody, how did you know we were coming?
Jonas Prine told me. He wanted to make special sure you'd be taken care of. You got a good friend in Mr. Prine there, Clayton. We all have, tell you truly. Hi, Mr. Prine. Hi, Mr. Prine.
All right, kids. Well, I bet you didn't expect to see me so soon, did you?
It's my pleasure to be putting Mr. Prine up here while he's scouting after this rustler fella.
Would you give us some pointers about your gun, Mr. Prine?
Well, I suppose I could. If it's all right with your brother, Clay.
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, boy.
Well, you are soaked. You're a soggy little girl, aren't you, huh?
I know. I'm so clear to my petticoat.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. There are some people who claim that licorice doesn't really ward off a cold. But in my many long years of experience with licorice, I have found that it doesn't hurt anything.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get you young'uns wrung out. Come on now, in the back room there. Come on, Amy, let's get out of this wet thing. Come on, Joe, we're going to the back room. Come on, let's get dried out. Come on, let's go.
I'm going to go get the bags out of the wagon.
Hey, wait a second, Clay. I'll give you a hand.
No, it's all right. I can take care of it.
Okay. Kath, Kathy, why don't you come on over here by the fireplace and get yourself dry?
Thank you.
A piece of candy?
No, thank you.
No. Well, the twins want to learn how to shoot, and Amy likes candy, so they're easy. What can I do for you?
Nothing. I mean, thanks, but there's nothing I want.
Not even your place back?
Would you give me that?
Maybe I can if you give me a little time.
You'll have to excuse me. I think I better go check the kids.
You need some help with that furniture you got out there, aren't you?
No, thanks. It's all right. I'll do it later.
Kids are snug as bugs in a rug.
Mrs. Peabody, would your husband have any handguns for sale?
Jonathan sells guns.
Good. I'd like to buy one.
You thinking of wearing a handgun?
Clayt? Jonathan's over at the store there trying to catch up on the bookwork. Why don't you take it out with him? Or if you're not too fussy, we've got some used guns here you could have real cheap.
Well, you do? I'd sure like to take a look at one.
Well, they're right in this trunk right here. This is the stuff Jonathan takes on trade. The guns are okay. He keeps them oiled.
You ever worn one of those before, Clay?
This'll do fine, I guess.
You know, guessing isn't a good idea when it comes to guns, Clay. You just might run into a man who doesn't have to guess.
Have to take my chances, won't I? I'll take a box of these shells, too, Mrs. Peabody. How much do I owe you?
Take that up with Jonathan. I don't want to know nothing about it. That sister of yours could use a good hot cup of coffee.
What do you want to wear a handgun for, Clay?
Figure I'll need all the protection I can get. Handgun might just be part of
You're
it.
not going to be in any trouble right here in Paradise.
I know. That's why I'm going to leave Kath and the kids here. I'm going back to protect my place.
Clay, don't be a fool. Don't go back now. You can't win, Clay.
Maybe. Maybe not. I'm not going to stand by and lose the home we built.
Nobody is trying to take your cabin away from you. Now, just give me a little bit of time, Clay. You go back now,
Starting
you're going to
tomorrow
get yourself
morning,
killed.
I'll be at my place. If anybody wants me.
Clay, Jack.
This is the safest place for you and the kids.
But not for you.
I'll be as careful as I can, Kat.
Clayt, if you go, we all should go.
No.
I don't see what... Why?
Oh, Kat, you know the answer to that.
No, you're not the kind who finds answers in a gun.
No, not answers. Protection.
Well, let me go with you. The twins and Amy can stay here.
Kat, there is nothing you can do to help. Except staying here and looking after the kids. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Clayt.
Kat, let it be.
All right.
What's up?
If you see anybody come and warn me.
Are you in more trouble?
No more, no less. I know who the rustler is. Jonas Prine.
You've been eating loco weed. You got proof?
Well, no, nothing positive. It's just everything about him, his whole attitude, his manner, everything he says. I'm sure it's him.
If you think that strongly about him, maybe we better do some checking.
Maybe we can get proof.
What do I do?
I'm gonna ride back to the cabin. I figure Jonas will try to stop me.
He probably won't if he thinks there's somebody around that might see him.
I know. Look, I'm gonna leave town first, alone. I want you to follow me at a safe distance. Only don't let anybody know you're following.
That's a gamble. I might lose sight of you for a minute, and he could be hiding behind some brush and shoot before I could do anything.
Well, what would you do in my place?
I'll ride after you. It's best if I stick to higher ground.
See ya.
Good luck.